Since the 1979 founding of the Islamic Republic and the hostage crisis that saw the seizure of U.S. embassy workers in Tehran, Iranian leaders have been clear, one after another, America is their enemy. Now, after U.S.-Israeli strikes killed Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, President Donald Trump says he wants unconditional surrender from Iran and the selection of a great and acceptable leader, he says, that he helps to choose.
I guess the worst case would be we do this and then somebody takes over who's as bad as the previous person, right? That could happen.
The slain leader's son, Mujtaba Khamenei, appears to be the frontrunner as Iranian clerics meet to make a selection. That's the very scenario Washington is hoping to avoid. Meanwhile, Trump has downplayed the possibility of installing Reza Pahlavi, the U.S.-friendly former crown prince of Iran, who has lived in exile in the U.S. since age 17.
Iran's nuclear military program will end. Support for terrorist groups will cease immediately.
Pahlavi says he would lead a transition to a democracy, but critics warn he has no governing experience and no ground organization in Iran.
Some people like him, and we haven't been thinking about too much about that. It would seem to me that somebody from within maybe would be more appropriate.
Experts say the U.S. will have little influence over the choice of Iran's next leader without sending ground troops. And the U.S. invasions of Iraq and Afghanistan failed to establish stable new governments at a cost of hundreds of thousands of civilian lives and more than 7,000 U.S. military deaths. That is a price Americans say they do not want repeated as U.S. casualties mount from the growing conflict with Iran. In fact, in national polling, 3/4 of Americans say that the country should be cautious of regime change wars. And they point to Donald Trump's campaign promise to avoid long military conflicts abroad. Heidi, Zhou-Castro, Al Jazeera, Washington.